Good morning, everybody. Wow, what an exciting morning we've got lined up for you here at Highlight Crafts Live Shopping. Now, first of all, I think this is something that this lovely lady, an expert in the scan and cut, Mel Heaton, has probably dreamt of being able to bring to you for years. Before we get started and we get into what's probably going to be one of the most exciting Saturday mornings that we can think of this year, I'd like to introduce you to our lovely team. So Becky's here on cameras. We've got the lovely Sam, who is here doing our production and direction, and is going to be keeping us all in on the straight and narrow. Good luck. And then the lovely Mel and myself, Stephanie. If you're watching us for the very first time, welcome. All of our regulars, please welcome the newbies. We're creating this amazing craft community. Now, just to manage everybody's expectation, we're just normal people like you who happen to have made our careers in the craft industry, who've been blessed to be born with creativity, ideas and inspiration that we love sharing. And that is what this is about. Let us share to get you to where you want to be on your creative journey, and that's what this morning's about. Now, the other part of it, you've never heard me be this serious, have you? I can do it. The other bit of it that's really important, you should have seen us dancing earlier.
Oh, you should have seen the message that went
I'll
out.
tell you about the predictive text because it's hilarious. So, no, seriously, when you shop with us, it is so easy. You don't even have to leave the comfort of watching us. So if you're watching us on Facebook, our website, or Instagram, our website, highlightcrafts.com, then all you need to do is type into the comments this word. And the word is
Class.
Shop Class.
Shop class.
Shop Class, and you will get the amazing brand new Scan and Cut Club. Now, before we get into that in detail, if you're not watching us on one of those platforms, you need to go onto the website, make sure whatever you do, you actually log into your account so that you collect your points and you get your discounts. And that will then get you started. And of course, if you haven't become a member before, it's free to join, but you then are on this lovely journey with us. And there's so many benefits of it because you're going to get lots of not only special offers and things like that, but you'll also get the opportunity to be able to shop ahead of everybody else. So type in the comments the word shop followed by the code, and then we'll send you a little message at the end of the show and you can check out. Right, job done. Let's talk about this next thing, because this thing is really, really important. And lovely Sam, you're hidden behind a cushion at the moment. Would it be all right for us to move the green one so that I can see any messages that you're giving me? Thank you. Under the chair a little bit. Sorry, just a bit. Or maybe you move that bit a little bit. Just want to, because we have this very slick method of communicating with each other, so we don't yell across the room, and it's called a whiteboard. Right, let's get started. Hey, I'll tell you one thing we are very slick at is sharing ideas and inspiration. We're good at education.
We are good at education.
I'm not good at self-promotion, but I'm good at promoting you.
And I'm good at promoting you, so
you
that
are.
together
So we're
we're
a good team. Right, good morning, everyone. Let's say a few good mornings.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not good at IT either. Can't work this out.
No good asking me.
Let's see
I'm clueless.
if we
Got
can
it?
get... we might be able to find it. Right, so first of all, you've wanted for years and years to be able to have a club. This club is about making you feel a bit special, because there's going to be a few things in it that will not be available to anybody else. So that's the first thing. The second thing, it's about taking you on a journey. Now, this lady has got years and years and years of experience on working that machine. And I think with all the years you've worked with Brother, even they would admit you know that machine better than they do.
Yeah, probably.
And how many, you spent more years?
9 years it is.
9 years, and you spent more hours with that machine than you have with your husband.
Yeah, I literally have.
That's hilarious.
Literally have.
This is what the club is. So the club is $29.99 for, not monthly, for 3 months. Now, that's the other thing about Highlight Crafts. Please don't think because the price is such a good price that you're not getting quality. Because if we cannot use it ourselves and we don't use it ourselves, and the quality isn't going to give you the results that we get as professional crafters, we won't sell it to you.
Absolutely not.
But because we are our own business, in our own TV studios, with our own team, we can save and give you the discounts that would normally go to a third party. So all of this club is being created in-house. We've not got some swanky marketing company putting it together. Blinking goodness help us. We are goodness help anybody trying to work with us. Yeah. We are doing this all in-house. So when we say to you, this is what you're going to get, we're in complete control of it. So let's start the story.
Okay.
So first of all, the deal.
Okay, so for 3 months for under £30, because don't forget you're going to get your club discount off that as well, it's absolutely fabulous. And what we're going to do is take you on a journey, and we're going to start right at the beginning. But there's things that I want to switch up a little bit. So I want to take you on the journey with the machine, first of all. I want to do a class on all the different materials that it will cut and all the different functions that it will do, because it doesn't just cut drawers, foils, embosses, paper pieces. I want to do fabric with you because I'm going on a fabric journey this year, so I'd love it if you don't sew at the moment, if you come on that journey with me, and also the journey about cutting fabric on your scan and cut, because we get asked a lot about that. We've never really done much with it. But also you will have a separate email address where you can contact us and let us know what you would like to see. And this isn't just going to be about the SDX machine. If you look at what we've done previously, we've done it for the CM machine, we've done it for the SDX, we separate it out because it is a slightly different journey. There's nothing that you can't do with your CM machine and Canvas Workspace that you can do with an SDX. So please don't feel like we're leaving you behind, because if I'm really honest with you, without you guys buying it initially, the SDX wouldn't have even been a thing.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we include everybody in this journey. But also, so you'll be able to email this personalised email address. I can collate all the messages and bespoke the classes to you, because that's the whole thing. How many times have you been on a class and gone, well, I really didn't need to know that? Because I've been on a few classes like that. So we're going to bespoke it to you. You'll also have a private Facebook group where we can interact throughout the month. But the other thing I want to do is do every month at 7 o'clock in one evening, so everybody can be at home. I want to do a question and answers. I want to do a clinic, if you like. So my scan and cut's doing this. What am I doing wrong? Why is it not doing this? What's the setting for this? All those different things that you're asking, and all those reasons why that scan and cut is still in the box. Yes, I know.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Right, so
we're going to get them out of the boxes this year, and we're also going to do projects. Also, we're going to do SVG downloads, so there'll be a download every month, probably SVGs either with artwork, and then I will use that in the project and go through as many different things as we can think of to do with those files. So it's going to be a super journey. And even if you've been using your scan and cut for a long time, I had a lovely lady contact me the other day who I've known for probably the best part of 20 years, Pam. And she said, I'm still learning new things from you about the scan and cut 9 years into the journey, which is fabulous. And do you know why? Because I'm still learning new things. And that's the great thing about that machine. You don't learn it and then it stops dead and you're like, right, what do I do now? That journey is continuing and has been for over 9 years now.
Right, we're going to say a few good mornings.
Good morning.
Lisa, she said she's had a machine a while.
Yep.
I've got the education, Mel,
Yep.
but I've not watched it yet. I've been winging it. I know, not a good idea. That's probably why my experience up to now has been very frustrating.
Yep.
So I've given myself a shake and I'm going to do this properly and learn the correct way. Thank you.
Lovely.
I've
Thank you, Lisa.
got something I'm going to say about that education as well in a moment. We've had a lovely message from Maxine, who's in Mauritius.
Oh. If you ever want a one-to-one, just let me know.
Well, Andrew
saying.
might want a one-to-one.
Okay.
He's in Saturn.
Saturn. Where's Saturn?
I thought men were from Mars. Right, we've got lots and lots of lovely
amazing.
Hellos.
Thank you.
Right, let's just talk about the education that's out there already. Now, Mel has done, was it 8 hours worth?
Oh, 13.
13 hours. I knew it was a lot. I have got a scan and cut machine, and I've had it for a very long time. And my machine is on a top shelf in my sewing room. So I can't even get to it because there's a counter in front of it. I know, you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. and it's probably going to stop up there until I start doing this. And the reason that it's up there is because I started and I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. And you guys know, I'm just going to say it like it is. If we screw up, we'll go, we've screwed up.
Absolutely.
If we can put it right, we'll put it right. Our customer service is one of the most important things that I can think of in my career, because you guys are our customers and we have to support you. Because if we don't, you're going to go and shop somewhere else. And I'm being brutally honest.
But we also want to support you.
Yep, that's the next bit. But the reason that that's so important is because we feel like you are part of us. What you do at home in the morning is the same as what we do at home in the morning. We get up and the first thing we think about is crafting. Yeah. I wake up in the night with ideas of things we can do. Would we ever want to change our jobs? Do you know, some days probably yes, because it can be quite challenging. But the thing that keeps us connected, that's you and us, is our passion for crafting. I got Mel's 13 hours of crafting of the scan and cut, and I'll be quite honest, there was too much education for me in that block. So what you're going to get with this new club is bite-sized pieces of education where you are not feeling guilty because you've stopped the video to actually have to go and do something else, but where this is actually interspersed with creativity. And the difference for me is, and I was trying to think of an analogy, but it was a bit, I thought, do you know what? If you were a mechanic and all you did when you were learning was literally take the engine to bits, put the engine back together again, have to keep learning about the engine, and you never got a ride in the car, it wouldn't be the same.
No, it wouldn't.
If you get to go for a ride in the car and look at the beautiful countryside and what that car delivers, then you actually feel quite good. This club is going to deliver that because you're getting bite-sized education, but with the creativity around it.
Absolutely.
So it's like, instead of Mel giving you 13 hours in one go, giving you 20 minutes, 15 minutes, then a little bit of fun. And so it's the permission to have the fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the other bit about it is it's exclusive. And absolutely, I had an email this morning. Somebody said, is that the price for a month? No, it's 3 months, guys. 3 months for $29.99. And the reason that we do that is because we want you on this journey. Absolutely. We appreciate it's expensive to just go to the shops at the moment. But this is the price of a pizza. It's not even a price of a pizza, I don't think, once a month. But look at how many hours, the community you're going to build, the friends that you're going to share it with, all the people that are going to come on this journey with us. You're going to be in a group of people, and there's one non-negotiable, okay? So this is 3 months, and it's not a lot of money to try to get that machine out the box.
Absolutely.
It's actually, it's more of an investment in what you've already bought, because you're not buying loads of other stuff. You've already got that. So this is what you've got to go with all of that. But think about it like this. At the end of the 3 months, you can decide, I know everything I need to know about my scan and cut now. My journey is done. I can just do what I want to do. Or you can stay on and you can carry on the journey. The group that we're creating, the closed Facebook group, is only available for active members. So by active, that means somebody with a current membership. So I want to make that clear right at the very beginning. It's not for life. The phone number, the email is for life. That your help at that end is there for life. And the reason we're doing it like this, just like the painting club is, because I'm going to get to talk about my club in a bit.
Yes, you will.
But just like the painting club, guys, this is about affordability. So let's say you want to use your scan and cut to cut out your paintings. I want you to be able to afford both clubs.
Absolutely.
That's and David's Cadence.
And David's Cadence Club.
But the whole thing about it is it's affordable, it is inspirational, you build community, you've got somebody else to bounce off. And the reason that we've done it like this is because in a very busy day, our lovely Mel hasn't got time to scroll through 15 different emails to find the two that need help.
Yes.
If it's on one special email address, you know exactly where to go.
Absolutely.
So let's look at any questions, guys. Get those questions in this morning. Let's going to say a few hellos. So Mitch and Kathy and Angie, good morning to all of you. And Sheena's actually said, morning, lovely ladies. Been making samples for the Tattered Lace downloads. Loving the project, but keep getting frustrated with my scan and cut.
Okay.
I knew that it was user error, not the machine. So we'll definitely be joining on the journey. I agree, Steph. I have the education, but it's too much in one go to remember.
Perfect.
And I wanted to say that to you because Mel's so passionate about this machine that her reply to me is, watch the education. I'm like, but my head doesn't work like that. You don't see pictures. I can't understand that education. This is your solution. Honest, I've got goosebumps, guys, because I can't tell you what a difference it's going to make to working with that machine. Now, over the years, I think Brother must have sold in this country probably the best part of 100,000 machines.
On the rest.
Right. So, yeah. Look, I picked a number, but it's a lot. So, but how many of those are in cupboards? We think that it's over half. Now, if you are somebody who has got a scan and cut and it is not on your desk when you last crafted, you need to be in this club. And I'm not, you know what we're like here. It's more about the fun and the deal than pushy selling. But I'm going to push this one this morning because I just know what you're going to get out of that club because I know this lady. So I also know what she's got planned for you. And when we said, right, Mel, it's £10 a month, but I want to give them this and I want to give them this, and I know that's what you're going to get. You're going to get exclusive SVG files. You're going to get exclusive projects. You're going to get access to this person directly. It's like having your own helpline. And the other thing about it is, what will happen over the first couple of months is we'll see a pattern in the questions that are being asked. So you'll be able to build up
a frequent asked question.
Yes. And then it will literally come out to you. Because those of you that are sitting there thinking, well, how are you going to manage it all? Don't forget, we're a team here.
Absolutely.
There's actually 26 of us. That's a blinking big wage bill every month. No, but joking apart, that's the support that you've got here. So Lorraine said, I do think the class will be useful for those of us that have been on the journey for a few years and not a newish member on the scan and cut journey. It's going to work for all of you.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk about that in a second.
When does this start?
2nd of April.
2nd of April.
So the painting club starts 2nd of April. This starts 2nd of April. Now, you're going to get, because we've already got loads and loads of stuff planned for you.
Yeah.
You will get, when you've joined, so shop class, $29.99 gets you the first 3 months. At the end of 3 months, we're not going to shove the price up or anything like that, but we'll work out some packages if you want to do it for longer to get you bigger discounts.
And they're going to be pre-recorded, but once a month I want to do that live, that clinic. So what you'll be able to do, and they'll be able to watch these back, won't they?
Oh, yes,
so you'll
absolutely.
be able to watch it back over and over and over again. So you'll watch class 1 and then go, right, I didn't understand that bit. Type an email. put it in the Facebook group. We're going to build this whole scan and cut community because it's been a little bit splintered with everything that's gone on in the industry, and we want to get as many people involved in this as possible, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But so Stephanie has pictures and colour, and I don't have any of that. But what I can do is look at something and break it into shapes like that. So I can take you on a journey with the shapes that are inside the machine's memory as well, which is super cool, because we don't really utilise those enough. So we'll go, right, this month we're going to look at this. And then we might add some SVG files in there so that you can then go ahead and we can do these projects. But the best way to learn your machine is to use it. And the most exciting way of using it is to make something rather than just cutting pieces out. So to actually physically make a flower, a mat layer, all your mat layers, all that different kinds of thing. To take an SVG file into Canvas Workspace, we're going to cover a lot on Canvas as well. And I am going to learn the PC downloadable version of it as well, so we can go into there as well. There are slight little nuances that are different, but very slight ones, but we're going to go on that journey. But really, these classes are about you. These classes are about you telling me what you want to learn, how you want to learn it, because we all learn differently, and people all over the world can get involved. This isn't just UK based. If you live in America, if you live in Australia, wherever you are in the world, you can join in. Now, the machines are basically the same. There's a different model. Some of them have slightly different content inside the machine's memory. But what we'll do is work from the basics that covers all machines. So if you're somebody who over 9 years ago decided to invest in a Scan and Cut CM600, we will take you on that journey as well. If you're somebody that's going to buy a tattered lace machine today, we're going to take you on that journey as well. And we're going to do a lot of project-based stuff because that's the most fun bit to learn, right? That's the great thing. How do I score with my blade? How do I make an easel card? How do I make an aperture card? But at the beginning, we're going to learn the basics. But the fact that you've got that direct connection with us means that we can absolutely make these classes about you, not about what I want to teach you, but about what you want to learn. And that's the difference, which is really, really cool.
So we've got a few questions coming in.
Lovely.
And a lot of comments. So guys, keep them coming
Yes,
in. I'm going to
please.
try and keep up with them.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, Punum is, as I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Punum, I think it is. She's saying, I have a Scan and Cut, but only the CM model. I want to use it, but I'm having problems with memory due to her own memory, due to her neurological problems.
Yep.
I need some help with the basic stuff again. Now, one of the things about this is, some of you will be sitting there going, oh, if they're starting from the basics, I already know the basics. Do you know what? There's always stuff we don't know about the basics. The other question so I think it's never bad to be reminded, but this isn't going to be, oh, get it out the box, then turn it on. Although you do have to turn some things on.
Well, we're going to do that this morning.
What did you turn on this morning?
My car engine. I was trying to put it in.
Sorry, what did
it's
you
an
say?
electric car, right?
Sorry?
So it's an electric car, so I get in it, I've switched it on, then I must have switched it off again, and I'm like, why will it not go into reverse? I'm pushing this lever. I went, oh yeah, switch it on. So I can make that machine sing and dance. Switching the car engine on, however, a different kettle of fish, apparently.
Right. So, next question
Yes.
is this education going to be downloadable? So what does that, so Michelle has asked, morning Mel and Stephanie,
Morning.
the class is downloadable. So I can answer that about what I'm doing, but your SVG files will be downloadable,
The
won't they?
SVG files will be downloadable. I think they're asking, will the classes be downloadable so they can keep them?
Yes.
Forever.
So the class, if you've got a class, that's downloadable. The group is a separate thing.
Yes.
So you'll get in. So let's just clarify this. So you've got a direct email that I think is actually Scan and Cut at Highlight Crafts. I'm just going to check. It'll come in your packet that you'll get.
Yeah.
So which will be emailed. So you've got a direct email. You've got a closed Facebook group that you'll get an invitation to join that you will stay in as long as you're a member.
Yep.
and that's to make it fair for the people that are members. Then anything that is possible to download, so the class, which will be pre-recorded, and the SVG files will be downloadable.
Yep.
And then I hope that answers that. On the painting one, same thing, separate email address, that's 1. Separate Facebook group, 2. Downloadable homework, and also a class, and also educational pages, tutorial pages that we've worked on. So does that answer it? If it doesn't, email us back. Then the other question we're getting asked, will this be different to what you've already done?
So it'll, because we've done quite a lot on YouTube, yes it will, but it will be more project based. So when we did some of the, at the beginning, and don't forget, I'm learning new stuff all the time. So the scanning bit will be, for example, right, what do all the symbols mean in scanning? When do I use them? How do I use them? If I've got a decoupage sheet and it's finding the middle of the pattern, what am I doing wrong? It'll be all those little things that you get frustrated about at home that I can make easier for you. And the very fact that you can contact me via that private email address and go, right, Mel, I need to know this, and this, means that whatever questions you've got, they're going to be answered. So it will be, at the beginning, it will kind of be a little bit similar, but we will add projects in and you will get exclusive SVG files. And we'll really take that and run with it till we get to the full stop at the end. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And it will also be more bespoke because you'll be deciding what I teach you. That's like going into a classroom and everyone's sitting there and going, right, what do you want to learn? Imagine how exciting that is. And as you go in through that project, if you go, I'm not sure why I'm doing this and why, what difference is this going to make, you can message and ask, which is really cool.
Yes. And what we're going to do is how we're going to decide what you want to learn. We'll put polls out there. So there'll be a poll with all of this. So you'll be able to have some influence in what we're doing.
Yep.
Sam, I just want to ask, the painting class club, what's the code for that, please?
It is Shop Club.
Right, so
On screen.
Shall we talk about
yes,
that one
please.
for a bit?
We just get asked that a couple of times.
Let's talk about
we
that.
just need to ask a couple of things.
Go
Right, so the painting class, I'll tell you about in just a second. But we've got people with CM machines, 900 machines, SDXs, people with 3 machines, people that have forgotten how to use some. This is just...
Absolutely.
Guys, you got to let us help you because you're sitting with hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds in a cupboard.
When is this email address going to be live?
The email address will be live the end of next week.
The end of next week.
Yes.
Right.
Well, it's live now, but
so what we'll do.
I don't want to. Right, guys.
I'm thinking we can get the questions
can.
in, and we can start class 1 with what you want.
Right. Let's just backtrack a little bit. So for the last 6 months, I've been running painters. Right. I'm going to go back a bit more because this is I'm sharing this is our life here. Over the years. I don't know how many people you've taught. How many?
Oh, thousands.
Thousands
and thousands of people.
So over the years, we have literally taught thousands of people. The dream was to have this academy. We've got this academy. The biggest obstacle to the academy is travel.
Yes.
Location. Now, if we could all come and be in your dining rooms, we would, because there's nothing better than a face-to-face. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute we can, by the way, just for a second, because we're now getting, can you come to my dining room? Right, so, bag this question. Right, yep, so you need to answer that in a second. So all these questions, I mean, there must be 30 questions here, guys. There's loads of them, and we will read them all and get to them.
Absolutely.
But all those questions are going to be able to be answered by us doing these classes and these clubs.
Right.
But I just need to... Go on.
I'm about to double my workload.
No, you're not, and not until we do it. Let's just do, because I want to just save you this bit. I told you would get more. I told you would get more.
I want to do a separate CM one.
at the end of the 3 months. At the end of the, agree?
Yeah.
I just know how much work we're putting into this first one.
We're fine.
Right, so the reason we're doing this, I've tested it. You are. I've tested it for 6 months with a face-to-face painting club.
Yeah.
So this is, let's get this club going, both clubs. So the 3, Cadence, which is launching next week.
David.
Cadence, Scan and Cut, and Painting, right? You've got 3 clubs. There's something for everybody. We'd love you to be members of all 3, which is why we're making it affordable.
Absolutely.
You thought you were paying $29.99 for a club for a month. If you could get 3 clubs for that price, that's what I wanted you to be able to have. That's what we want you to have. Mm-hmm. So, Becky, while we're doing this, why don't you grab that stool and sit on the stool and just sit and...
Because Becky's just got a Scan and Cut.
Yes, she has.
So we've got somebody in the building who loves doing cameras on Scan and Cut now because she learns. She's like, oh, great, I've got Scan and Cut on Tuesday, I'm going to learn. Becky's also in the building. So Becky can tell me, right, that doesn't make sense to me. What do I need to do?
Well, I asked you a question the other day.
You
didn't I,
did,
with the
yeah,
vinyl,
with the
'cause that's
vinyl.
Different
Yeah,
how I've
absolutely, yeah. And we'll go through. So there's no one single way that you do something. So when I'm designing something, for example, I will look at it and I'll go, right, and I'll go the long journey first. And then I'll sit there and I go, right, how do I cut out that step, and that step? How do I make it easier? And sometimes I'll sit and I'll look at it and like the other day, right, so I was scanning something in and the material I was scanning in on had, like, when I stuck it to the mat, it left some of the pattern behind. And I was like, and then suddenly I thought, why are you not just flipping the image and flipping the blinking sheet, and then it's not sticking to the mat? So it's all those different things. How do you retack your mat? How much glue do you need to put on your mat? Well, how do I cut grey board? I still get questions all the time about how do I cut grey board on a CM machine? The CM machine, the reason that people jump from CM to STX, or they didn't get it out of the box, the biggest reason was the pressures and the blade depths. I'm going to teach you that because it's really simple. In my head, it's a really simple. But for a lot of people, that was the reason why it stayed in the box, because you were scared of cutting through the mat. If you use the pressures and the blade depths that I teach you, you will not cut through that mat.
And if
so it's all that experience, all that 9 years of experience, and I'm still learning. And the best thing for me is when I find something new and I'm like, oh, I could teach this, because teaching is my passion. That's what I love the most about my job, is finding something new and coming in and sharing it with you. There's nothing more exciting than that.
Right, I'm going to recap for you because we've got people joining who weren't with us at the beginning. So let's just do a little recap. Mm-hmm. But before we do that recap, Saturday mornings are about fun.
Yep.
They're about education. They're about the building's empty. We can do what we like. We can, yes, exactly. So this morning we did a little video.
Oh, we did. Oh my goodness me. Tell you what.
I could cry laughing.
Honestly, you and your predictive text. This
well,
is how
I did not.
No, I know you.
This one's not on. This one's on Google. This is not on me. This is not on me.
Just like Google.
Right. So on. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? So basically, this morning we came in and we had a little happy dance, and Mel and I love playing
Happy.
Pharrell
Williams. Not Ferrell. It's not Ferrell.
Happy, that song, Happy, right?
From Despicable Me.
I get my words up, a bit mixed up. Right, so we love playing that Happy song, and we like Happy sings. So we're doing this little video that says,
oh, goodness me, that's hilarious.
We do, there's me, us and Carly, because Carly's here, she's prepping at the moment. So we're doing this little happy dance and we're going, yay, yay, yay. This is what Saturday mornings are like when you're launching the new Scan and Cut Club. So the predictive text says, when you're launching, what was it? The new squat.
This is what Saturday morning looks like when you're launching a down and squat club.
A down and squat club? What the? One of them? A down and squat club? And have you got the what with it? Or something else?
I can't remember. But it was absolutely.
Am I seriously? Honestly, please go and watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. That was the predictive text.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, can I just say
Oh, dear.
something? Mel told me about this company. Do you like my new iPad cover?
Isn't that fabulous?
Right, we'll get back to being serious
Right,
now. Not
so-
serious. Right, so let's recap. So we're launching on the 2nd of April
Yes.
a brand new Scan and Cut club for all Scan and Cut machines.
Yes.
You type the code shop class into wherever you're watching in the comments, or go onto the Highlight Crafts website page. Don't forget to sign in first so you get your points and your discounts.
Absolutely.
So $29.99 is for 3 months. That's £10 per month. You will get for that £10 a dedicated email address that will be dedicated to Scan and Cut. So it's not going to get buried amongst everything else. You will get a dedicated closed Facebook group. So you will get an invitation to join that group, which Mel will be able to go into and actually look at the messages, the comments. You'll be able to post. We're going to build community.
Absolutely.
Never mind them being 3.5 million blinking cricket users. This is before you can eat crickets. Did you know that? Sarah Payne once ate crickets while she was on a trip with us.
Did she?
Oh my goodness. I was like, so I get distracted, don't I? I've got to tell you this story though. So we're in Houston at the quilt show.
Right.
Sarah's birthday. So there's me, her, Carl, and there was somebody else with us, I can't remember. Anyway, we go into this restaurant, and only in America, guys, I love you all to bits, it doesn't matter where you come from, but it's raining and the water sprinklers are on doing the garden. Seriously. Anyway, we go to this restaurant, and on the menu, and it's like, what are you having, Carl's like, I'm going to have a steak. I was like, I think I had something like a burger. And Sarah says, oh, I'm going to have crickets. I was like, seriously? Because this is in the restaurant specials. Crickets. And she's like, yeah, I want to try something different. I was like, whatever. Have whatever you like. Carl said, do you want to order something else as well, in case you don't like it? So she's like, no, it'll be fine. Anyway, when the waiter came, this pile of fried crickets turns up. I've never seen anything so... So she looks at them and she's like, yummy, 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 and yummy, this is going to be really tasty. So I said to the waiter, do you sell many of those dishes? And he said, no, only to tourists. So, next morning, and all credit to her, she ate them.
No, it's like being in the jungle.
You could hear them crunching. She
Oh.
said, oh, they're just like crunchy. They're just like Crunchy Crisp. Next morning I said, how were you last night? She said, oh, they're still repeating on
Oh,
me.
yeah. No, not for
like,
me. Oh, no.
So if you are a cricket owner, you can still come on this Scan and Cut journey because it might just be the thing that you want to do. Now, if you don't have a Scan and Cut yet, but you want to join this club because you want to see whether it is a machine for you, that is also okay. And that was the reason that I brought up the cricket versus the Scan and Cut, because there are people out there who've got cricket machines who love them to bits, and that's absolutely great. But the one thing that you will always say to everybody is the scanner in the brother machine, yes, is exactly that.
Absolutely.
Just going to tell you about the painting club.
Yes, please.
So that's
You tell them about the painting club, I'll do this bit.
So here we go. Right. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, if you are in a family and you want to paint or Scan and Cut together, and I'm not going to tell you you have to, but I'm going to ask you, if you're in a position where you can afford to have your own membership, please do, because we've kept the price as low as we possibly can.
So the screen saying 1st of April.
Oh, 1st of April, sorry. I'm a day
April
out.
Fool's Day.
I'm a day out. Sorry, 1st of April.
There we
That's
go.
because painting's 2nd.
1st of
Yeah,
April.
1st
So
of
Sue
April.
Lakin. No, so
First
she's
is-
come on my retreats.
So 1st of April, Scan and Cut. 2nd of April, painting. If you can, please have individual memberships. We're not going to kick you out if you're sharing, but it will be registered to one email address. That's That's the thing. And if you want to send in homework, you will need to have your own membership. So the painting one, let's talk about that. 3 months worth. Shop, what is it again? Club.
Shop club.
Oh no, I can't remember that. I just know how to paint.
Oh, dear.
Shop club is your code. So, thank you, Sam. She's going to write it down for me. So this is how it will work. Same thing. Every month you will have your own class. Now, the classes are all downloadable. They will be pre-recorded. You can watch them as many times as you want. We hope you're going to watch them loads of times. Watch them as many times as you want, and you will actually also have step by step and whatever is appropriate to that particular class. That's the first thing. I will give you, and we've got a set of paints that you will need for the first 3 months, and it is only 5 colours. So I've got 5 colours that you need for the first 3 months of your painting. I don't want to make it expensive, so I didn't want to say to you, you've got 15 colours that you need, because that's not fair. So you're going to need 5 colours. You will also need a set of brushes. You'll need some palette paper, and we've got deals on all of those. And when we go down the counter in a few minutes, we'll go through all of those things. So I've got them deals. Oh, that's the other thing. As a member of this club, you'll get advance notice of special offers that are coming up. You're going to get advance notice, and we will do some specials that will just be in the Facebook groups.
Absolutely.
That will be part of it. But that's not the key reason to join. The key reason is the education. So in the painting group, you will get homework. And it's not be up to you whether you do it or not, but I want to add value to that club. I want to give you the chance to paint something and send it to me so that I can then help you. You'll also get downloadable pages. So each month you will get these downloadable pages that you will print off, and they will be your lesson. And you'll be able to keep those all the way through. So you've got for painting, which is Shop Club, same price, $29.99 for 3 months. You've got step-by-step how-to as part of the videos. And what we're going to learn over the first 3 months, you're going to learn all the different leaves. You're going to learn all the different styles of buds, and you're going to learn different styles of roses. Then, if you want to stay on that journey, we're going to go in and you will learn a different flower every month. And what we'll then start doing is putting these all on projects. Now, this isn't instead of my monthly painting class that I do at the beginning of every month, which we'll tell you more about that because it's a face-to-face class here at the Academy. If you want to book on it, you need to do that in the Academy part of the Highlight Crafts website. This is because so many of you are remote all over the world that want to learn to paint. And I have taught thousands of you, just like Mel. So that's what this is about. But it's about us having, and then you know what we need? Then we need...
I've got a whole list of questions already, which is brilliant.
I'm just thinking we need a highlight hub for all the clubs.
Yeah, we do.
So that we can all bring everybody together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you might want to do your scan and cut for 3 months and then come and do painting for 3 months. It's going to be up to you, but the whole point of it is having the opportunity to dip in and out of these, because the maximum you're paying is £30 for 3 months. $29.99, guys. Absolutely. It's affordable. So, painting club, once a month, just like we're talking about scan and cut. There's a small list of tools and equipment you'll need. Every month I'll tell you the colours that you're going to work with, but it will only be one of 5. It'll only be from a selection of 5. Every month you'll have a download. We'll have a closed Facebook group, just like we've got with the scan and cut. We've got our own special email address, and yeah, I can't wait to start with you guys. And the thing is, I'm going to show you how to put right things that go wrong. So that's a sort of a whole other thing. And every month I will show you a project that I have painted with what you've learnt that month. So it might be some planters, it might be a small piece of furniture, it might be just a picture that's on the wall, but every month you'll see something that's been painted using that technique or those strokes you've learned. And I think that will help and encourage you to learn where to use this skill that you've got. Right, we're coming up to quarter to the hour.
So we're getting asked by a few people what time are the classes. They're going to be pre-recorded,
Yes.
so you can watch them at any time. But once a month I want to do a scan and cut
Live.
clinic live, and that'll be at 7 o'clock in the evening. So, and you'll be able to watch them back as well, which is great.
Yeah.
Right.
So shall we just go through some stuff we've got?
Yes.
Anybody who's thinking about, we're here for 2 hours, by the way.
Yeah, we are.
We've got another hour of this because I want to
Absolutely.
paint for you, because one of the things I'm going to do, which I'm a little bit excited about this, we had the most beautiful rice papers on a show yesterday.
Oh, stunning.
And I am actually going to paint flowers on these, and I'm going to show you how to bring in what you're learning into this. So that's going to be a little bit exciting. I want to do that. Mel's going to be demonstrating the scan and cut. I've got a question I need to ask Sam.
Okay.
Because we've got a different show lined up for you after this 2 hours.
We have.
And I'm wondering whether we should just do another hour here, because I just think there's so much. What do you think? Or we should just add this into the bottom of the other show?
I think we should add this in.
Okay, right. Do you want to go and have a look at that?
Yes, let's go and have a look. Right, let's go down this counter, shall we? So we're going to give you some products and we're going to give you a code. And if you type shop and then that code, that's going to pop it into a basket for you. So you'll then be able to, you'll get a message to your social media inbox, and in that message there'll be a link and you can click that link to check out. So we've had a few of you asking what the difference is between an SDX and a tattered lace machine. They're the same. So the tattered lace machine is an SDX. And the SDX is different to a CM in the fact that it has the auto blade technology. So instead of you setting the pressures and the blade depths, it goes along, it reads the depth of the material, it then comes onto the material, reads it, adjusts itself automatically and cuts it out. The difference with the deal that we've got on the tattered lace machine, there's some different things that come with it. So in the machine, with the machine, you get the machine itself, you get the regular blade for cutting anything from copier paper to grey board and all the different materials in between. You get 2 standard mats, and you get a stylus and a spatula. You get 682 images, and this is the thing that we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty of, all those different shapes, and how can you take that and make it into something completely different. Because my brain works like that with shapes. I can look at it and go, right, that's this, this and this, and I need to do that, that and that with it to make it work. So I can take you on that journey with me. You're going to come inside my head, which might be a little bit scary, not going to lie. So you get 682 shapes pre-installed, you get 7 fonts, and you get 100 quilt blocks. Now, as many of you know, I'm going on a quilting journey this year. I've been desperate to quilt, I've been desperate to do fabric on the scan and cut, but we've just never had the time. Now we've got this dedicated club, we can do that, but I love the fact that it's bespoke and it's personalised to you. So we can collate all the emails that come in, all the questions, and we can build it around that. With the tattered lace machine, you also get, via the Artspira app, but without the Artspira subscription, 122 tattered lace designs. Okay, so you're going to get 122 extra designs on top of that 682. But this is the thing, on top of that, because we have it on a deal at $349 at the moment, before your club discount, plus your loyalty points and free shipping, which is amazing. But a few years ago, we did a digital version of the Tattered Lace magazine. And what we've done is we've got all that content now back at Highlight Crafts, which is amazing for those of you that bought it. But for those of you that didn't, we can now offer 1 to 24, so all 24 magazines content, plus every single backing paper, mat and layer, cutting file, drawing file, files that you can cut out of Mylar, everything you need to make every single project in all 24 magazines. And that's really exciting. But That's the exciting bit, because the best way to learn it is to do something with it, is to make something, because then you get that sense of achievement at the end. So what we've done is taken one of the magazines here, and I'm just going to get rid of all the front covers because they're not part of this. Let me get rid of all this lot at the top first of all. That lot can go underneath there. We've printed off one of the magazines. So I didn't want you to get a magazine where you looked at the project on page 24, but you couldn't make it because you didn't have all the cutting files that you needed. So what we did, and it was a massive amount of work, was we took the content of the physical die collection, the die subscription, and we converted them all to SVG files. So something like this, for example. So you'll get the papers that you need to make the actual project itself, but by getting the cutting files, and remember, you'll be able to print these off time and time again, you will then be able to take those files and cut it out with something completely different, manipulate it, change it. So this is the contents of one magazine. You're getting 24. Now, there is a video tutorial for most of them with Amanda, so you've got over 1,000 classes. She'll teach you the basics as you go along, so how do I cut a reflection, etc., etc. The value for money in this bundle is absolutely phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, because the Tattered Lace subscription, I think was it 249 for a year, Stephanie? I think it was, wasn't it, originally? And did we do a deal on it?
We ended up, I think the lowest we ever did it was about 100 and something.
100 and, yeah.
Yeah.
So we dropped it down. So we've dropped the price of the actual subscription content as well to 149. So you're getting £149 worth of value within those subscriptions, plus your machine, plus the additional 122 Tattered Lace designs for £349. So if you want to come on that journey, and even if you haven't got a machine, even if you're thinking about buying one later on in the year, join the journey, because then you'll be ready and you'll know exactly what to do when you get it. So if you're going to treat yourself to a machine today, Shop Machine is going to get you the Tattered Lace version, which is the one I'm going to demonstrate on next. It's £349 before your club discount. That's incredible value for money, okay? But we're doing that price so that we can get as many people involved in this club, which is super exciting. So Shop Machine will get you the scan and cut and that. Right, I'm going to whiz down the counter. I'm going to come back to some of these as we go through, but I do want to talk to you about these pens, because Shop Pen today, the scan and cut will draw, okay? So you can get something called a universal pen holder, and the other thing that you'll get as part of the club is early access to new products and also discounts occasionally, which will be great as well. So we'll make it really, really special for you. There's no way we're going to do a club and then just go, yeah, that'll do. That's not what we're about here. We want you to get the most out of everything that we sell you, hence the Cadence Club, the Painting Club, the Scan and Cut Club. So these pens are going to be fabulous for your scan and cut. So you're going to get 2 layers. You're going to get 48 pens. These sold out on Tuesday. We've managed to get you some back in stock. They're a 0.4 nib width. So I will teach you, if you just put that in your universal pen holder now, first of all, it will slip out. Secondly, it will push that fibre tip into the barrel. I'm going to show you how to stop that happening. I'm going to teach you how to make the lines wider, all the different things that you can do with different pens when you put them in there. It's absolutely fabulous. How to make it just draw and then a different line cut, so you're not constantly loading and unloading your mat. All those different things that we may already know, but we may have forgotten, or a different way of doing them. So you're going to get 48 of those pens with a 4mm nib width for £24.99. That's crazy. After your club discount, that's less than £2 a pen, and they're a really nice quality. And I have a set of these. I use them in my scan and cut all the time, because sentiments, draw a sentiment and colour it in. All those different things. How do you make it look with a coloured background but the words are white? How do you do all that kind of stuff? It's gone. Flipping heck. Hold on. We'll try and get some more of those for you, Stephanie.
I heard that.
Okay, we need more
I'm
pens.
just answering some questions.
Okay, now then, I want to talk to you about this. So our lovely Lou Withers, mad as a box of frogs, but I love her. Fellow Mank, love that. Designed some moodling, almost like doilies, if you like, as dies. And this is how interactive we can be. We had them on a show with her one day this week. It was Tuesday. we had a customer messages on the show and said, please can we add them as SVG files. By the time I went back live at 6 o'clock on air, these were SVG files. So we've got them for you today. Shop Mood is going to get you these 3 different patterns for $6.99. Now, where you can take these is amazing. Out of this one alone, you could have the main one. Then you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different combinations before we start doing that with that and that with that. So I'm going to show you how to break down. We're going to do quite a lot in canvas as we go forward, which is really, really exciting, because I was terrified of canvas, didn't want to do it, wasn't interested, never going to sit in front of a computer and craft. I live in there now. I literally live in canvas. I love it. Yes, Stephanie?
I've got a couple of quick questions. I'm just answering a ton of questions to you guys so that we can do this.
Go on.
I'm just here, just to get this in perspective, guys. Those SVG files that Mel's just talking to you, how much were they, Mel?
$6.99.
And what was the price they should have been? Was it $9.99?
$9.99.
Right, you're only paying £10 a month for your club. You're going to be getting SVG files included in your club price.
Absolutely.
That just shows how crazy the value for money is in this club. Affordable, I think, is the word.
And what we'll do is, this is a really exciting bit. It's going to drive the graphic designers mad, so sorry, Becky. But we will bespoke the SVG files to the project that we're making.
Yes.
So we can get the most out of that file. So even if you're not interested, I know Carol said she's not bothered about vinyl or calligraphy because she's already done calligraphy. She does it by hand, which is absolutely amazing. Even if you've done that, the SVG file will be worth the cost of the club, because we'll go into there and we'll get every last little bit out of it. And I love that idea. I think it's cracking. Right, so if you want that, Shop Mood, $6.99. There is a couple of things that I would absolutely recommend that if you're getting a machine today, or if you've got a machine and you haven't got one of these, is this. Shop Scraper, it's £13.49. It's one of the best tools you'll buy. And I went to Brother, and I am a bit cheeky with them. They're used to me now. I went to it with a little spatula that comes with it, and I went, what's that? Am I going to clean my mat with that? And they went, well, what do you want us to do? I said, I want you to make a wider one, please. And they did. And this is the scraper. So Shop Scraper for $13.49 is going to give you this that burnishes your card down really well. Also gets all your air bubbles out of your vinyl, which is fabulous. And it also helps you clean your mat as well. Because I get asked all the time, how do I clean my mat? All these little questions that you'll be able to message me directly on that unique email address, which is just going to be fantastic, within that close Facebook group where you can all share ideas and post your makes, which is going to be fabulous. Same with Stephanie's painting class. You'll be able to post your painting in there and she'll be able to go, right, if you load your brush at this point, you'll get a better finish. It's all those little things that you really want to ask, but get lost in our emails. That with hundreds of emails that we get every day. It's going to be bespoke. That's the joy of having the club. Right, Stephanie, shall we talk about your painting stuff as well while we're here?
Yes, please.
Lovely.
Are you all right? Let me come and do that, shall I?
Come and do that come and do that, and I'll have a look at some questions.
Okay, I'm just replying to Faye. Okay.
This is great,
so
isn't it? I love this.
Just this.
I love that we've got 2 hours. We can do a bit of demonstrating next, but it's all about this morning joining that club, joining that community, spread the word. I know Brother have a whole scan and cut Facebook page. Go in there, spread the word that this is what we're doing. Brother won't mind at all, because they'll be like, the more people we get using their machines, the better it is. And Stephanie was talking about cricket before. Cricket is very visible on the high street. However, I have had so many people come to me. Not last weekend, the weekend before, we were at Sandown. I was cutting vinyl that size. Tiny, tiny. There was at least half a dozen walked past and went, blinking out, my cricket won't cut like that. It's a true auto blade. So it's not a drop-down menu where you choose your different papers, because we don't know what that means. What does lightweight paper mean? I don't know what that means. What weight does that go up to? What density does that mean? We don't know. And that's the other thing about scan and cut. It reads the material. It's not a kind of, oh, we'll just guess. It literally reads the material. What's the best way to cut stencils? Why do I need the vinyl blade? What does a universal pen holder bring to my scan and cut journey? It's brilliant. And I'm so excited that I get to share 9 years worth of knowledge with you. And yes, there'll be some bits that we've covered in the education on YouTube, but this is going to be more project based. Plus, you're going to get those exclusive SVG files, which is just going to be fabulous. How do I make an envelope? How do I design an envelope to make with my cards? All that kind of thing. So even if you're proficient on your scan and cut, I'm sure that there will be things that you will learn along the way, because I keep finding new things and I use that machine more or less every single day, and it's a joy. And even Carly yesterday, so Carly has a scan and cut, she's done scan and cut club shows before, bringing on things and blocking out part of an area so it just finds the inside, the landlocked area of a letter. All those different things is what we're going to teach you.
It is, and I've just left a question there.
I'll
Could
go,
you
yeah,
go
I'll
and
swap.
talk to that lady who needs a little
Absolutely.
bit of help now?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, guys, so I'm just going to talk to you about the painting part of this. And you know, it's so nice this morning because, oops, I've done a little slip. We've got such, you know, getting ready in the morning is a right trauma as you get older. You don't just go and put your clothes on. You have to think about all the other stuff you have to do, like where's my pills, where's my other, you know, all those girly things. It's a right palaver. So what we do in these classes and clubs is try and bring us together as a community, and it really, really is so important that we share with everybody, because that's how we are all able to support each other. Right, I'm going to stop waffling and talk about this. So this set that we've got here is everything that you're going to need in terms of tools and equipment for the first 3 months and to get you started. So you've got,
One available.
is that all that's left? There can't be. Oh no. Shop brush. First person who gets it. Brushes, brush basin, the palette paper, your brush cleaning gel and your transfer paper. You're saving £14.46. That's half the price of the brushes, more than. £34.99 gets you all of that, guys. So, and there'll be something in this bundle that we've run out of. I know there's a plain with brushes. Have the brushes come in yet?
I'm not seeing the brushes, I think it's the wash basin.
Oh, and this is the best wash basin going because it's got the ridges in here. That's for your cleaning. Right, guys, so fastest fingers first. There's only one of these at the moment. If you'd like to get hold of it, we'll get them back in stock as soon as we can. But that is going to be a couple of weeks because of that brush basin. Right, these are the colours you're going to need for the painting club. So only 5. I've tried to keep it as affordable as possible. Also, I've brought the price down. So you're going to get white, clover, plum, fuchsia and yellow. Now, they're $19.99 shop paint. If you already have another green at home, then you can probably manage with the green. But you do definitely need the white. You definitely need plum and fuchsia. And you need a really strong yellow. And I've chosen just regular yellow because that's the strongest colour. All 5 of those shop paint, they're the colours that we're going to use. I mean, this is a lot cheaper than buying a scan and cut, isn't it? Not that I'm competitive with Mel or anything.
No.
And then, guys, you need the painting club. So, shop club. I can't remember the codes. Shop club starts on the 2nd of April. So what will you get? You will get your special email address. You will get your closed Facebook group, which we'll invite you into. You will be able to get, every month, you'll get a download that will show you what we're going to paint. In that download, it will show how to paint it right and if it goes wrong, because I'm painting wrong. And if yours looks like this is what you do to correct it. The class will be completely downloadable. So you can watch it as often as you want. You then have got that forever. Also, we will do Q&A answer things. And now Mel said she's going to do a Facebook Live. I'm doing a Facebook Live too. Have we got some more stock? Have we?
7.
Oh my God. Right. Okay. So I'm going to do a Facebook Live too. So we will, and I've know a couple of people said, oh, I can't do Tuesday nights. Don't worry about that. Doesn't matter because it will be there for you to watch. Another person said, I can't do Facebook. You'll be able to download it. And I'm going to ask Andrew, I don't know if you can even do this. Becky, do you know, on YouTube, can we have it as a closed group?
I'm not sure.
Right, we'll work out how, somehow. But for anybody who doesn't do Facebook, there'll be a way of you getting it. Even if we have to email it to you, we will sort it out because that's what we do. Unless it is something that isn't humanly possible, we will always try and make it different, make it possible for you. I'm just going to go back to these.
Have like private.
We have private
videos.
queues. You can, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. Right, I'm just going to mention these pens. This 48 set of pens. Now, painters, if you would like these are going to work brilliantly for us as well. This isn't just for scan and cut users. Apparently, we've got 7 new ones, 7 more stock.
Can I just say this? So, June, hi June, I live in the USA. These classes are a bargain. The Highlight Crafts team are extremely knowledgeable. I signed up for a local scan and cut class and it cost $99.
For how many classes? 1. I'm glad we're international.
Absolutely.
Wow. Right. This set of pens is, I don't know.
I think Mel took it off.
20?
24.99.
20. And what's the code, please?
Drop pen.
Shop pen, $24.99, and you're getting 48 of them. That's 50p a pen. That's before your club discount. That is super crazy. Guys, look at the colours. These are absolutely beautiful. And fine tip, right, so how would we use these if we're a painter? Well, we can go in and we can actually accent the lines around the design that we're creating to make it look like a stamped image. Imagine stamping in all of those colours. That's the illusion that we're going to be able to create. I've never been as excited about my job and the future as I am right now because
Allocated.
all 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good luck. Great. Guys, well done.
Somebody's asking, are we going to use Lou's modelling doilies in the club? Shall we get her to design some new ones that are bespoke?
Absolutely.
Right, thank you.
Yes, definitely. Do you know what's exciting is that we can all see the future, and the future is creative, and the future is colourful, and it's that feeling that you get when you're doing something crafty. I'm going to tell you a little thing, and we get to know each other, you know. Well, that's the best bit, and you get what you get with us. There's no, you know, my hair colours stay in this colour for probably at least another month because Carl bought two boxes of the same colour at Tesco's, and I'm not wasting it.
Absolutely not.
I haven't got time to go to the hairdresser, so you know, we tell you stuff. We want you to be part of it. We want you to understand us. Do you know, it's really important that you trust what we tell you because the only way to do it is to tell it straight. So if we can't do it, we're going to tell you. If we can, we will try our best. If we don't know, we'll go and find out. And there's nothing off the table that you can't ask us. The thing that I am going to ask is just tell your friends because it's tough still. And this is no sob story, it's just life, you know, it's tough for everybody. But the more people that join us, the more fun it'll be. That's the other part of it. And imagine having every month something to look forward to. That is what this is about. And looking forward to the way that it makes us feel. In a world where life is tough, people are dealing with all sorts of stuff. And, you know, we sometimes don't share with you the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, not just here at work, but in our personal lives. But, you know, you guys, you've got the same stuff going on with you. You know, we just get on with it. But the bit that makes us all the same is crafting. And the bit that makes us all the same is the way it makes us feel. And on a bad day, if you can sit and even just have half an hour of creativity, you forget about everything else. And on a good day, if you can have 2 hours of creativity and you can just absorb yourself and feel the elation that's created, then it's worth it. So whatever you are going for this morning, check out your baskets, because if you don't check out, you are not going to be on this journey with us. Right, Mel, you've got a question.
Yes. Has Facebook changed a few things, though, that Facebook lives disappear after a certain length of time? I don't know if this affects private Facebook groups.
Yes, that's right. Facebook, I think videos disappear now after a month. But we're in a position where we will be making sure we have saved everything so that you guys have actually got everything you need, and it is on our server so we can send it to you. So this isn't a repeat of Create and Craft. God, do you know what? I never ever want to go through that journey in my life again. It was hell, not just for you who lost stuff. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's £10 or £10,000 or £100,000. It's all relative to the people that it's happening to. We're in control of this, guys. If there's somebody out there that has had a bad customer service experience with us, I want you to email me personally, stephanie@highlightcrafts.com, because that should never, ever happen with our business. Your warranty for that machine, your warranty for your Brother Scan and Cut, your warranty is with Brother, but it's not just with Brother, it's with us supporting you with Brother. That changes everything. Your painting, the paint you're working with is Cadence, a Turkish company that we absolutely love. And if I could tell you how many times other companies in this industry have approached Cadence to become the distributor so that we're not, I would, well, there are, it's a lot. And there's some very prominent, much bigger companies than us. But Cadence have said no. And do you know why they said no? It's because of the way we talk to you. Because you are as important to us as they are as a supplier. In fact, you're more important because you're the people that use their product. Now, right, I think we should do a little bit of demoing, but have we got questions we need to answer?
No, I think we're good for now.
Are we?
Yep.
Right, so do you want to get your Scan and Cut going and let me, because I want to show you how to paint on this rice paper. So guys, we're going to do this. Then we have got another show lined up for you, which is set up next door. Much as I'm just having the best time. This is the best Saturday morning going. And so what we'll do is we'll do this, and then we will do some demoing. We'll do a bit of a recap. We'll go next door, do that show. And then anybody who has bought their classes, don't forget to check out. Lots of you have checked out already. But if you would like your Scan and Cut class, that's Shop Class. That gets you the Scan and Cut, and it's $29.99 for 3 months. If you want to paint, Shop Club, $29.99 for 3 months. And the reason we've done $29.99 is because we have got a Cadence Club coming. Some of you will want to join that as well. Lots of people said $29.99 for a month was what they would pay. We did a little bit of a survey. We don't want that. We want you to be able to get all 3 clubs for that. Okay, so just before I go, I just want to mention these SVG files. So these SVG files, this little lot that you're getting here, will allow you to do these. So what you've got here is a triple layered stencil design. Happy birthday, thank you, best wishes, and on your special day. Now, all 3 of those would allow you to create cards like this. So, best wishes, thank you. It's another best wishes. I love tone on tone. Happy birthday, thank you, on your special day. If you would like to get all of these SVG files, so all 4 sets, shop SVG, $19.99. Right, I'm going to hand you over to Mel because she's going to talk you through using your scan and cut. And remember, we have got a deal on a scan and cut at the moment. I can't remember what it is.
Shop machine,
Thank you.
$349
Yep.
with 24 months worth of subscription content.
One last thing I want to mention, if you're building baskets and trying to get to £35 for free postage, or you don't need it with the club, do you?
Nope.
This black cardstock, this is practicing your papers. It's $14.99. It's 140 GSM. It's 160 GSM. Shop black. There's not a lot of this, and black card is like rocking horse doodah. Well, it is. It is.
Back to down and squat club there.
I'm like, I've not done a squat in years. I'm like, you've got to watch the Facebook video we did this morning on my Facebook page. The predictive text went
God,
scan
grief.
and... I obviously didn't talk properly. Scan and cut club. Scan and cut club.
Yes.
Turned into
Down and squat
down
club.
and squat. I'm like, I can't squat. Squat, never done that in my life. Right, guys. And then the other thing we've got is mono, the black and ivory cardstock, but this is really beautiful. Wait, this one, everyone, this is for your pictures that are going to go on your wall.
Yes, exactly.
This is your finished projects. That one, shop mono, $29.99. Okay, right, over to you, Mel.
Right, okay, so for those of you that are still got your scan and cut in the box, this is what I want you to practice today, okay? And then I'm going to show you a bit about the scanner, because I was the first person to go, why do I need a scanner in a cutting machine? Like, why do I need a light on a trimmer? I'm cynical here. So I want to just talk you through the absolute basics. Now, I know that thousands of you out there know this, but it's really important that we get that. When we do that club, we then can go on that journey. And we're going to get different people joining at different times. So first thing we're going to do is lift up the screen. Now, whether you've got a CM machine or an SDX, your screen will lift up in the same way. If you've got a CM machine, you're going to pull the screen forward and then it will drop back down when you want to put it down. On the SDX, you're going to push it down. It comes up at different levels. So depending on where the light is in your home or your craft room or wherever you do your creative journey, you can adjust the screen to that. You're going to press the on button and you're going to keep it held for a few seconds, okay, while the Brother logo appears, and then you'll start to see some pictures. While it's doing that, we're going to look at, this is your home button. And my lovely dad always used to say to me, if you ever get lost, just go home and start again. So if you ever get lost on your journey around your scan and cut, and I'm like, yeah, but Dad, how does that work? Because I'm lost, I don't know how to get home. So he drew me a map in the back of my car, bless him. So you've got your home button. So when you're ready, you're going to press that home button. What Brother are brilliant at is technology, but making it simple. So the carriage will move to the initial position. Keep your hands away from the carriage. Now, as good as the scan and cut is, it's not psychic. It doesn't know when you've read that message. So you have to press OK to let it know that you're ready, okay? And then this screen is what's going to appear. This button here is a picture of a mat with an arrow going in and an arrow coming out. That is load and unload. And if you ever get to a stage where you're not sure that it's cutting properly, where your card moves, anything like that, you press pause. Those are the 4 buttons that are on the main screen. So next thing, we've got patterns in here. So these are some of the patterns that are inside the machine's memory. So you've got all your basic shapes, but you haven't got them in 20 different sizes or even 100 different sizes. You've got all of these in over 200 different sizes. Circle, for example, an oval. How many sets of oval nested dies have you got at home? Do you ever have the right size of oval to be able to fit the project that you want to make? You've got one oval in here. You can separate the height and the width, and you can resize them independently. This is the whole thing that we're going to do. So those are your basic shapes. Then you've got your different categories. So you've got nature, food, animals, zodiac signs, different icons, travel, fashion, steampunky bits. You've got so many different things on here. You've even got a little project there, which is a box. So you can select which box you want. You can select the size that you want that box to be. And then there will always be a blue button. Look, not enough space on the mat. So you go back, you resize it back down, set it again, still not enough size. So you just make it smaller. The machine is brilliant at telling you what you need to do. So I'll teach you how to get the best out of it. The machine will then tell it now. This, for example, this is a prime example. Why would they put a pattern on at 240mm when it won't fit? The reason it won't fit is because I've changed the cutting area on this machine. And what it does is it greys out that area. So if I wanted to cut hearts out of a certain size of card in a certain place or a certain part of a pattern paper, you can adjust the cutting area to that. And it's all these little things. The number of times people have said to me, I've got this grey line down my screen. What am I doing wrong? It's because you've adjusted your cutting area and you haven't put it back. So you've got that box in all those different sizes in millimetre increments. If you go over the mat, so 292mm, that's as big as it will fit on that piece, on that mat. There's so many different things we can teach you. Let's go back to home. So you've got all of these different categories in here that we've seen. You've got lots of phrases. Now, the anniversary on there is super fine. That will cut really small out of vinyl. I'll teach you about how small you can go if your machine's not cutting properly, if it's overcutting, all the things, all those little things that you need to know how to get the best out of your machine. This border one is really exciting, and you look at some of these and you're like, well, all right then, yeah, they're pretty, but then you go down to the bottom and you've got things like a perforation line, a straight line. How do we score on the machine? All those different things. How do we put an aperture in the front of an aperture card and then score it? Then you've got fonts. How do I weld fonts together? How do I make a word card? How do I do that? Do I add them all together? Can I ungroup them when they're added together? How do I ungroup them? How do I cut landlocked areas? All these different things we're going to go through. Why can I not cut that and cut it out? Because it's a single line, it's a drawing set or an embossing set, all those different things. But right at the beginning, I decided to think about this a little bit differently. I imagine the machine is talking to me. So it'll say, right, Melanie, what do you want to cut? Well, I want a basic shape. So you're going to go into your basic shapes. And we're going to do something that when I do this at shows, people who've even had a scan and cut for ages go, oh, I didn't know it could do that. Things like this. So I want to cut a square. I don't want to change the size of it yet, but I want to set it on the mat. So there will always be a blue box in the bottom right hand corner that says OK or set. I want to set that on the mat. I then want to add another shape. So you go to add. I want to go back into patterns and I want to choose a circle, please. So a single arrow will move it down one page at a time. Your double arrows will take it either right down to the bottom or right up to the top. So I'm going to add a circle and we're going to set that on the mat. So I want to use my square, so I'm going to click on that and I'm going to move it down here a little bit, and we're editing it, so we're changing it. So we go to edit and we're editing the object. So we're going to click on that. I'm then going to go to resize and I want to make it wider, but I don't want to make it taller. So this button here is called Unlock Aspect Ratio. I'm like, what on earth does that even mean? Press the button, see what it does. It means now that I can adjust the width without adjusting the height, which means that with a circle or an oval or a square or a rectangle, I can make it any size and shape that I want it to be. So now you can produce the project that you want to produce rather than the project that is dictated to you by the tools that you own. And I love that about Scan and Cut. So I want a circle involved in this, but I also want an oval. So I'm going to duplicate it by going to that button. The only thing I would change on this Scan and Cut would be, instead of having number, I would have named it quantity, because a number is a number, quantity is an amount. But they're not going to do that, so we just teach you that that's what it is. I don't want the rectangle, I don't want two rectangles, so we can put that one in the bin. So the next thing is, make sure the shape that you want to duplicate is selected. It's all the things, all the mistakes that I've made over the years, and believe you me, there's been a lot of mistakes. I can teach you what not to do, because then you're not wasting your cardstock. I'm finding out all those little nuances and I'm making the difference. So I've now got my circle that is 20 millimeters taller than my rectangle. I want to make this one into an oval. So I'm going to separate the height and the width again, and I'm going to stretch it, and I'm just going to stretch it so it's wider than the rectangle itself. So if I want that to be, let's take that back down to that, and let's take that up to 160. Right, so I've now got 3 shapes. I want to make a label shape. So we're going to press OK, and we're going to press OK again. 1 red select box means that just the oval is selected. I want to select the oval, the circle, and the rectangle. So 3 red squares means you're going to select more than 1. So we multiple select everything on the mat, we press OK. We're going to move the shapes, so we go to our directional arrow buttons, and the journey on a CM will be slightly different, but all these functions are on your CM machine. You go to your alignment function, and wherever the straight line is, so left, right, top, bottom, centre, middle, it's going to align them. So centrally vertically is going to put them all vertically in a row, and then centrally horizontally is going to put them over the top of each other. We're going to press OK. We're finished on the screen, so we press OK again. We go back to editing the object because we're still changing it. And this button here is weld. So you're going to weld those together, and you now have a label shape, just like that. But you don't just have it in that size, you have it in over 250 different sizes. So now you're creating your nesting shapes. Now what's really
Sorry, can you just say that again? Because
Yes.
that's a lot to get my head around.
So we've brought on a circle and a square.
Yeah,
We've made the square into a rectangle by stretching it, like you do on Minecraft Studio.
yeah,
We've then changed the circle to an oval,
yeah,
one of the circles to an oval, and we've done that like you do in Minecraft Studio.
yeah,
Then we've selected all 3,
yeah,
and we've made sure that they're centrally vertically and centrally horizontally, so they're in a pile
yeah,
on top of each other. And then we've welded them, which is like digitally gluing
yeah.
them together.
Wow.
And we've now got a label shape. Now once you've welded it, it's irreversible. So as long as you're happy, you press OK. Now the next bit you can't do on a CM machine unless you go into Canvas Workspace. I will take you into Canvas Workspace and show you how to do it. Rather than just saying, oh, if you're a CM, you go in there and you do this, I'm going to show you. So these 2 concentric circles here are on an SDX machine. You can set them in 1/4 millimeter increments, starting at 1 millimeter as an outward offset line, so a bigger mat layer. So if I do that and we do 2 millimeters, I've now got 2 of them, but I can also create inward, so smaller mats and layers in 1/4 millimeter increments. I'm going to press OK on there, and now you've got your mats and layers for that project. So you've got your original shape, the next size up, 2 millimeters bigger all the way around, and the next size up, which is 4 millimeters bigger, all about for your mat layers. It is going to be for all different levels of scan and cut users, and it may be that we do a simple project and they're a more advanced project, and you pick. But the very fact that you can download these and you can watch them back over and over again means that as you go on that journey, you're going to get more and more and more out of it. Listen, I've been doing this for 9 years and 3 months, and I'm still finding new things to do with this machine. I get people saying, how do you cut out stamped images? What's happening if it's finding the inside of a design? What's the difference between scanning in colour and scanning in grayscale? I've got a decoupage sheet and it's not picking everything up. What do I need to do? All those different things we're going to teach you, and that's the really exciting bit. If I've got a rectangle and that's my card base, how do I put a circle or an oval aperture in the front of it? How do I score with my blade? How do I cut greyboard? All those different things. But the best thing about the club is that for $29.99 before your club discount, and there's no postage because it's digital. The best thing about it is you're going to get that personalised email address. So I can look at your emails throughout the month, and we'll answer all those questions in the classes. So they're now bespoke to you. They're bespoke to what you need. Because if one person's asking a question, it's likely that all the other people, or a lot of the other people, also want to know the answer to that question. So we'll collate it throughout the month, and then we'll go and we'll film that class. Then there'll be an SVG shape that will have been, or an SVG download that will have been designed specifically for us to be able to get the most out of it. That's the exciting bit. So for £10 a month, you're going to get access to the Facebook group, which will be a closed Facebook group. You'll be able to download the class. You'll be able to download your SVG files. You'll be able to have an email address where you can contact us directly so we can collect those and make those classes bespoke to you. And it will be like me coming round to your house and going, right, press this button. And then once a month we will do a live where you can come and join us on live, or you can come and watch it afterwards, where we will do question and answer sessions, because that's really important. I've said this from day one. I don't want anybody to spend a considered amount of money, which a scan and cut is, on a machine and it's sit in the box. That breaks my heart a little bit, because you've done the difficult bit in affording to buy one. Now what we need to do is get it out of that box and get you using it. I'll teach you your pressures and your settings on your CM machine so you don't cut through your mat. I'll teach you how to get the best out of Canvas Workspace, all those different things. We're going to go on the fabric journey together. Stephanie and I might do some of the classes together, because then you, as somebody who's brand new, can go, right, pause there, that's too many words, show me what to do. And that's the really cool thing, because when you've been teaching something for a long time, sometimes you skip the basics. Having somebody sat next to you who doesn't use a scan and cut will ask the right questions. So we'll do that. Stephanie will watch back the classes and go, right, I needed to know this, this and this. I'll watch back Stephanie's painting classes and go, right, I needed to see this, this and this. And we'll bounce it between us, which will be really good. Yes, lovely.
I've got a couple of questions here, and I think these are actually really valid questions.
Okay, perfect.
Because the lovely Karen has asked a couple of questions, and Anne-Marie just went, brilliant question. I hope I've got the two of you linked to the right questions. So, of course, if you're an absolute beginner, you're going to need to learn from the start.
Yes.
But learning from the start doesn't mean learning how to switch the machine on.
No.
It means learning the nuances of the machine. Now, some of you will be more advanced.
Yep.
So what are you getting? What are the more advanced people going to get for their £10 a month? You've got the email address. You've got the access to the closed group. You're also going to be getting the SVG files that you will get each month. Now, I know that the value of those SVG files will probably be somewhere in the region of about £20, because it's not just going to be cutting an aperture in a card. So as Karen's just said, she said, for obviously the absolute beginners are going to need help. They do that. But the absolute beginner will learn as a matter of course as you go on that project. It's not going to be, right, here you go, here you start. I said to Mel, I want people I'd love, because I'm so curious about how things work, I want to really understand how that machine works. I want to understand the way it thinks. Now yes, and I'm an absolute beginner. Okay, I can make the machine. I mean, I've demoed it badly on TV before. I remember I once did put too much glue on a mat and knew I was going to come off to a rollicking off Mel. I couldn't get the blinking card off. I thought it was funny. She didn't. Because I've ruined the mat. So yes, there will be in some of the words there will be duplication, but the projects will be different to what you've seen on YouTube. There is so much to learn from the memory of this machine that I am going to make a quite outlandish statement here, and this will get me into trouble, and you can troll me all you like, because I'm over trolls now. Unless you've been using your scan and cut for the last 9 years like Mel, you will learn something, because this lady knows more about this machine, and we said it earlier, than some of the people working at Brother. And that's a very big statement, and there'll be people out there jumping up and down and going, how's that possible, etc. If you imagine having something that you work with, and I'm going to say 4 hours every day. I'm not going to say 8 hours every day because that's not possible. Because sometimes Mel can be on air 5 hours, but do you know how many hours in the evening she then spends on that scan and cut machine? And it is literally every week I hear her, yes, great, amazing, I didn't know it could do that. Unless you have that experience yourself, you will learn from this. And is £10 too much to take a risk? So if after the first month, I'm going to make this statement, I've done it with painting. If after the first month, let's say after 3 months, you don't think you've had value for money, we'll give you your money back. I did it with a painting. No,
listen, don't need to justify it to me.
If you can honestly say to me, you have not learnt anything, and the SVG files are rubbish, you can have your money back. And you know why I can say that? It's because I know that won't happen. I absolutely know from the quality that comes out, and Becky and Mel are nodding and smiling to each other because we bring you quality product.
Absolutely.
And do you know what? If you want to troll me, I'll give you my personal email address. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll send you a bunch of flowers because it must be ever so sad to think that that's what you've got to do every day. This is about us building positivity, creativity, having the most amazing time. And it won't be for everyone, but that's fine. Maybe your journey with painting or your scanning cut or with Cadence is where you want it to be, and you don't ever want it to be any more than what it is.
Absolutely.
And that is absolutely brilliant. And you know what? Great. But if you want to be doing this is a whole other journey.
Absolutely.
And we sort of know it's going to be a bit exciting.
It's very exciting.
But it's for everyone. Can I just show them this bit
Yes,
I've just painted?
well, let's do a bit of painting now, because
Okay.
because I don't want to give too, I want to be able to then show you, well, in one of the classes, it's really exciting because when we first had the CM, it was like, right, you've got to bring all the parts of this shapes on, you've got to line, you've got to group them, then you've got to resize them, then you've got to ungroup them. There's now different ways. You know, when you learn something, it's like when you learn to drive a car. Your first lesson, you're a little bit wary. I'm going to tell you a story now, right? I had 2 years worth of lessons. I hated it. Hated learning to drive. It used to make me literally feel sick. They had to put me on beta blockers to get me through my test. I was that nervous. Now I jump in the car and, forget to start the engine. But apart from that,
that's just
you
a you
drive.
thing.
It's the place that I want to get you to is where you plug in your machine and you confidently know that you can make the project that you want to. For example, how would I cut that butterfly out of that rice paper without, because if I scan that in, it would see the butterfly, but it would see all this bit that's joined in. How would I get the scan and cut to cut just that butterfly out of that rice paper?
And that's what I'd like you to get to.
There you
because
go.
I'd like to get to the point where I can look at anything and go, right, I know how to do that on the scan and cut.
Absolutely.
But also, as I start doing it, I think, it could do this as well, which I hadn't thought of. That's what I know Mel will deliver.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Which is what's exciting.
And you know what? If you are a beginner, join in at the beginning. It may be that you get to class, the next step, the 4, 5 and 6, and think, actually, right, I'm going to join the journey now. That's great. Absolutely great. And it's whatever suits you and what you want to get out of your machine. But having them, being able to bespoke them, I mean, we've never been able to do that.
No.
You know, on TV, it was it was a shopping channel, you know, that we would never have been able to do this. On Create and Craft,
it
would
would have been
never,
5
ever.
times the price.
Absolutely.
And they'd have charged our time at some ridiculous amount that we would never ever have seen in wages. And it was just, this is different.
It is very different.
It's about the future. It's about what does the next 3 years look like for us all. And it's about now too.
Yes.
It's about this moment in time, and it's about the future together. And it just is different.
I want to get to a stage where we go out and about and we meet you all and you come up to me and go, I had my scan and cut in a box for 5 years and now I'm using it confidently. That's where I want to take you to, because that for me is just an absolute, it's a delight, absolutely delightful to be able to do that.
And there's another part to all of this as well. And, you know, don't forget the value in community,
Oh,
because with you guys all sharing, some of you will answer each other's questions. Those of you that are more experienced will go on there and go, actually, do you know what? I can do that for you. I can show you that. You'll be sharing your projects. We'll probably get to the point where everybody's sharing their own designer SVG
Absolutely,
files.
yes.
That could be the next stage.
Yeah.
So it's not for everyone, but it's for lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
It might be that you want to join months 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? 4, 5, and 6, beg your pardon. If you don't join today, because this was one of the questions, it doesn't matter.
No.
It will be available going forward.
Absolutely.
You'll just always join the first 3 months at month 1. Same for painting. If you can't join today, it will be available and you'll join the first 3 months, because we are going to capture all that education inspiration. We're going to put it onto our server. We will back it up. It will not get lost. It will be there forever. So that's the best bit.
It's the
But
best bit. Right,
let me
let's
show
do a
you
bit of
this
painting.
painting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to show you this. So I've painted on this rice paper. Mel, you've got to look.
I'm sorry. This is, see now then.
This is
you know
what
happened
happens.
Then? Mel
Mel-
went straight back to Scan and Cut and went, right.
I know. I want you to see. Look.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So
Look at
this. Now, these are some of the things that we're going to learn. We're going to learn colour mixing and colour choice. So you mostly see me paint with 2 colours on my brush. I actually, when I did this, I'd got, and on my palette, I've got 5 colours. You're going to work with 5 colours. And look at how much more complementary this is than this.
Yep.
That
Yep.
is the difference. So when you're painting on something like this, oh, and by the way, I've got gold on the back of it, which is why it's got that lovely metallic sheen to it. And when you get glass, Malsam wants you, when you get glass and you put it behind it, that's what's going to happen. So can you see there, you've got the luster of the glass showing through because I've made the rice paper translucent. You are going to be able to do it. So I'm going to show you how you can take an image, and I'm just going to put a piece of white underneath this so that you can see it better. Look at the difference that that's going to make. And you can come onto here and we can paint. And I'm going to teach you from scratch, but we're going to learn to embellish some of our other projects. Now, I've picked up the tiniest little bit of that cashmere, and the reason that I've done that is because if I'd gone on here with the white, it would have been so stark, it would have just spoilt the design. So, and you can see, you're looking at my brush and thinking, well, she's not got much paint on there. You're absolutely right. It does need some more, but I was hoping I could cheat. So I get tiniest little bit of white in there. And look at this, how we can just add in that extra little bit of gorgeous colour to go into that picture and dimension that we're going to be adding. And so as you are working with it, you're going to get the ability to be able to, and I'm just going to use this stem. So I'm literally going to use the stem that's already on the page. And I'm just going to put these leaves. So I'm picking them up. And we're going to be learning painting on different surfaces. I mean, to start with, you've got to do some basic homework. You're going to need to do your homework. But look at how I've just painted those strokes into the stem. Thank you, Becky. And then you're going to go into here. But the reason it's working is the way that I'm choosing the colours on my brush. Look at how I'm adding them in and just creating that extra little bit of detail. And it gives a different texture to the image. It gives it texture, it gives it detail. So guys, shop club, if you would like to be part of our painting club, $29.99 will get you membership to the club for the first 3 months. Now, if you didn't hear me say this at the beginning, everything that you learn in those 3 months will be downloadable and you keep it forever. The help email that you're going to get will be there forever. But the closed Facebook group will be available to you while ever you are a member of the group. And that's what we've got to keep that bit to. It's the only bit that's non-negotiable. Look at how I've added that into this. Right, now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into these flowers. We're going to add some flowers in here. So I'm going to pick up the white and I've dipped the whole of the brush into there. So let's see where that colour is coming. Oh gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at that colour. So I'm going to come into here. I'm just going to dip that in. I'm going to pick up the tiniest little bit of yellow. It's made it quite orange, and a tiniest little bit of that cashmere. And I think we're good to go. I think that's going to be great. And I'm going to put the buds in.
Stephanie, I have a little question, please.
Yeah.
Some people don't have Facebook but would like to join the clubs. So how's
Right.
that going to work?
Well, we can send them links.
Yep.
So they can join. The email address will definitely work.
Yes.
And I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do it as a YouTube
Yep.
group.
Yep.
So we'll have to duplicate the information and post it on both pages.
Yep.
But if anybody's unsure, then wait until next week and I will get double confirmation on it. But I'm almost positive that we can do it. I mean, if you want to join and then for some reason we can't do it on YouTube, Becky, I'm sure we can, can't we?
We did our classes, didn't we?
I think I've got a video on YouTube that's a private one. I'm sure I have.
We used to do it.
Classes,
We'll do it on YouTube as well.
and can I just read this out? Deborah Dubman, thank you so much. This means the world. So she said, I have used my scan and cut for years and I have taught others to use their machines, but I still learn new things from Mel. I bought into this club at 2 minutes after midnight this morning. Thank you, Deborah. That's the joy, isn't it? You know, it's everybody's brains work slightly differently, and I'll think of something and somebody else will think of something and I go, why did I not think of that? You know, you do it all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
I think for £10 a month.
If we were talking about £40 a month or £30
Yeah.
a month, it's different.
Absolutely.
But at £10 a month, it's not. Now, I want you to just look at this and look at what I've done to this image. I've added in the rosebuds. Mel, you've got to look.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I want you to see.
I'm looking.
Look, I've added in the buds.
See?
And I've added in all these extra leaves. And I've just made that my own. I've just literally made that so it's my own. I'm going to carry on now.
I'll tell you
'cause I'm
what,
having
we'll do a
lovely
deal.
time. What's the deal?
I'll do your
Look.
painting course and you do my scan and cut course.
Okay.
How about that?
Look, I can see the bits that I've painted
Isn't that lovely?
standing out
That's
more.
beautiful.
Imagine being able to do that on a piece of furniture. So we've taken away the scary bit of the whole thing, but what you've just done is you've hand painted and personalised. Right, I'm going to put in another one over here. Right, into my white, because it's really important we keep this colour good. So into the cashmere, tiniest bit of yellow, into the cashmere, back into the white. This is you see, this is what painting does for me. Like,
Yes, scan and cut does for me.
yeah,
absolutely.
it does.
And it will do it for you guys as well, which is the most important thing.
You don't have to watch this bit. Oh, that's good because you're not. Look at this. But this is just, oh gosh, guys. Right, I need to do a really nice big bud here. Let's get this.
How lovely is that?
You talking about the emails of my painting?
I'm talking about your painting because I'm looking.
Oh, are you? You really are watching.
Oh dear.
Oh, can you imagine being part of what we do every day? That's going to be amazing.
I know. And what I'm looking forward to is it will push us too.
Oh gosh,
Because
yeah.
it'll push our creativity
Yeah.
to keep coming up with new things, and that's really exciting. I love that. I think it's fab. Things like foiling on your rice papers, you know, that kind of thing, foiling on your reflections, all that kind of different things that we can do. It's going to be really exciting. Yeah, it's going to be super.
Now, so this, like this, why did I go pick up some more white there and choose to go back over that edge? And it's because the edge of the colour on this brush was too close to the edge of the point where it was touching there, a bit like a colour picker. I wanted there to be a contrast. So I've come back, I've picked up some more white, and I'm now using that. And then why did I start there with it? Because of the same reason. So you've got all this stuff that you're going to be learning as we go along, which I just think is so exciting with what we can do. We didn't do a spinny wheel thing, did we?
Oh no, we didn't. We'll do one in the next hour. We'll do two in the next hour. And coming up, we've got outlet. And honestly, if you saw the outlets earlier on this week, there's some incredible deals, some that we haven't shown you yet, which is really, really exciting. I think we've got 29 products on the show. So we're going to do 2 minutes of product, and join us because you're going to get some bargains. If you think you're getting bargains at the NEC, you want to come and see what we've got coming up next.
Can you see how I've just done
deliver it? You won't have to troll it across a car park.
Different style of rose for you.
Beautiful.
So we've got more layers. You haven't got that little bud in the middle. You just got more layers of it, so it looks different. So instead of doing it like that one, this is how you get all those layers. It's more like a vintage kind of flower. And then that's got to go in there. And then
you could do that bit, and then I could teach them how to scan it in and create files that they can then put the foil over the top with and do that kind of stuff. It's all going to link together, especially when David launches his Cadence one, and that's on Wednesday, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
On Wednesday. And all three of us will work together and come up with different ideas. So David will go, right, I need a stencil for this, Mel, and I'll show you how to create that stencil. And then he'll go, well, I need some flowers putting on this, Stephanie, and Stephanie will show you how to paint the flowers. So the three of us between us. And then we need to get Amanda doing the club as well, don't we?
We do. So
we'll all get involved. But the content that you're going to get every month was certainly worthwhile £10. You know, when I'm charging my car, I go to a coffee shop and I have a bacon sandwich and a coffee, and it costs me more than that. And it's gone within seconds or minutes. So, yeah, I think it's a great idea, and it will just build this community even more. But the fact that we can personalise it is going to be super exciting. Look how lovely that is.
Just putting a little bit of this in. Never had such a quiet, happy Saturday.
It's just fabulous. Well, we started it off right by...
Look at that.
Dancing.
Look at that. I think that just looks like it's meant to be there. Those buds look like they're meant to be part of that rice paper.
Really clever.
Oh, I'm so excited about teaching you guys this. We've only got just a couple of minutes left in this hour, and then we've got to run next door. So, a couple of things just to share then. If you would like to get your Scan and Cut class, which is 3 months worth of lessons, private group, email, everything that goes with it, your personal access to the lovely Mel, shop class. If you would like to come on this painting journey with me, which please, I will super teach you that. Shop club, and it's also $29.99. Lots of you are going on both.
Well,
That's
I've got
exciting.
requests now. So
What's this?
Can we still join David's club? It hasn't launched yet. It's launching on Wednesday. So join us on Wednesday. Me and David will do that show and introduce the club. And Maxine and Den says, can we have an MCS club too?
Oh, do you know what Diane said to me yesterday? She said, please do not do Saturday and promise an MCS club. So I can't promise because I promised her and I can only do one promise at a time. So my one promise was I will not say that, but I'll work on it.
And I'll do some micro studio with Scan and Cut because you can do that.
Oh
too.
yes.
So
Well,
we can
actually,
introduce
I
in
could
that.
do some Minecraft
Yes, you
Studio
could,
with
your
painting.
Yeah.
Right, guys. So we've got. Do you know what? We've got years of fab fun coming up, which I'm so excited about. And you know, we're going to be working with. I've got things I want to do because I found some new paints that I want to do for Christmas. I want to paint on soaps. So can you imagine doing painted soaps for people as a
sounds
Christmas
lovely.
present?
Very
I mean, there's
exciting.
so much we're going to be able to do. But you're on this journey with us. We thank you massively because
Absolutely.
without you, we haven't got a job. No, it's true.
It is true. Yeah, it is.
Sam says we've got to say goodbye, but we'll be back in just a few minutes. You've got time to quickly nip for the toilet break, but don't forget your cup of tea on the way back. No, can we have coffee?
Whatever you want.
See you in a minute.